Alright, so it's the 25th, meaning it's Christmas, and I wasn't expecting there to be an episode for Boruto this week, but honestly, part of me was almost expecting it to happen because, why not, right? Let's go ahead and just, not take, the week off and wait until, the next week after to release an episode, because that's when people aren't going to be busy spending time with family. But whatever, I guess it's whatever. I don't care. Now it almost makes me wonder if My Hero Academia is going to do the same thing, and they're going to release an episode on the 31st this Saturday when it's New Year's, and people are definitely not going to be watching anime. They're going to be spending time with family. Maybe it's just different than how it is in Japan, because obviously they're releasing it for Japanese audiences, because I'm watching it subbed, and just whatever, it doesn't really matter. But the episode itself, we're gonna talk about that. I honestly thought this was the best episode, revolving around the whole Squid Games thing. I joke and I say that it's basically just Squid Games because they have to do a whole bunch of mini games in order to be able to survive and yada yada. It's basically what it is, right? But the reason why I say this is the best episode revolving around that is just because of the whole theme and message behind the episode. So in the previews we saw that Natsume was going to be attacking Boruto for some reason, and that is because Rokuro ended up shooting one of his little fucking parasites. I don't know what they call it. They're parasites that go into your body and they take control, and he shoots one into her. And then she's about to go insane and out of control, and she's gonna attack Boruto, and then Boruto's gonna maybe have to, take her down. Boruto figures out that they were under just another genjutsu. So they were in a genjutsu, and Kiseru stabbed Boruto to get him out of it, and then they were just brought into another genjutsu. And turns out, kind of what I said last week, even though I didn't think it was going to be in this manner. Natsume is Oga, and she was the one behind everything going on. She was the one that kidnapped everyone. She's the created 8th inner from Amato, and she was used to basically help Amato in any specific way, revolving around trying to create another body for Jigen, which wasn't really for Jigen, but we don't have to really get into that. Yeah, basically, the whole point of this cell, even after Kara has been eliminated, it sort of seems like she doesn't have any influence from Kara, and she's kind of just doing this all on her own. The whole reason behind her doing this is because she wanted to see the true desires of humans, right? Because people have their own desires, but they never actually truly show what they are until they're put into desperate situations. And we saw some instances of that happening throughout this entire little mini arc that happened. And Boruto's desire towards the end was basically just to be able to try to save everybody. Even, Oga, who we thought was Yatsume, and he ends up trying to save her in the end with his fucking unspoken riz, I guess. And yeah, basically he's able to convince her to try to wake up from the genjutsu, because she couldn't do it herself for some reason. She needed Boruto to stab her so that he can wake up and then remove this scroll to be able to wake everybody else up. And he's basically telling her to try to do it herself, because he doesn't want to do that. Even though she was the whole cause behind all of this happening, he doesn't really want to do that, because if he can, he's willing to try to save anybody. And that's kind of it. The whole message behind this whole episode and the theme behind it was to basically try to, if you're gonna try to live and try to survive on your own, don't do it through your own selfish desires. Try to find something and use that as your dream, right? Find something that you've dreamed of always doing and allow that to push you forward to continue to allow you to keep trying to survive. So Boruto's dream is to try to become a shinobi who's trying to protect everybody, right? He's trying to be sort of like Sasuke. And same thing in the vein of like Naruto back in part 1 of Shippuden. The thing that allowed him to survive and keep moving forward was his dream of becoming Hokage. And that's, obviously the main reason why he never died is because he's the main character. But if we're looking at it in the universe and not as a story, he continued to keep trying to survive and keep getting stronger because of his dream of becoming Hokage instead of his desire of just trying to survive. And that's basically kind of like the whole theme behind the episode. And I kind of like that. But that's basically the only real thing I wanted to point out about the episode. The episode otherwise was just kind of okay. And when I say okay, I mean it wasn't horrible, but it also wasn't great either. It was just kind of middle of the pack. Which, to be honest, this whole Squid Game thing has just been middle of the pack. It hasn't been... It wasn't super egregiously bad, but it wasn't, like, amazing either. Right? It was better than the stuff that they were doing in, like, the Mist Village with, like, the pirate, like, ninjas or something. I don't know. I don't really know what to call them. I hated that. I hated all of that. This wasn't nearly as bad. So, yeah, that's kind of all I really have to say. I guess when we get to the next episode next week, after the new year, we're going to be having a Sasuke story, which, considering the fact that the best parts of this fucking Boruto anime are when they're showing off the old cast, maybe this won't actually be horrible, but then again, it's Boruto, so they're going to fuck it up in some way. Yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say, though. The episode was fine, but it wasn't really much of a standout, as every episode usually is. But otherwise, I hope you guys have a very Merry Christmas. I hope you guys got all the presents that you wanted, you got everything that you wanted to give everyone else. You spend some time with your family, cherish them, love them. And of course, I hope you guys also have a very Happy New Year. So regardless, if you liked the video, be sure to leave a like. And if you want to see more, please be sure to subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next one. Have a fantastic day. I'm out. Peace.